Thinking of getting a solar system with batteries? Here's what you need to know. Battery storage for solar is used to store excess solar energy, which can then be used during times when your panels are not able to produce solar, such as during the night or when there is particularly cloudy weather. Solar batteries can also be used to provide power during blackouts, though not all batteries have this feature. Generally speaking, there are two types of battery storage solar panel systems. 1. AC coupled storage. 2. DC coupled storage. AC coupled systems are when your typical solar system with a solar inverter is combined with a multi-mode inverter or charger to manage the battery and grid or generator. They are efficient at powering high AC loads and can be expanded with multiple solar inverters to form microgrids. Advantages: more efficient to power AC appliances such as pool pumps, air conditioners and hot water systems. They have a lower installation cost, as it is more simple. Can use multiple string solar inverters in multiple locations. Advanced AC coupled systems can use a combination of AC and DC coupling. Disadvantages: as batteries are DC coupled, AC coupled is less efficient in charging batteries. Inverter charger size is the bottleneck, so solar inverter capacity is limited to the inverter charger size. Solar inverters are fairly expensive for small systems. DC coupled systems use solar charge controllers to charge a battery directly from your solar panels, along with a battery inverter to convert the DC power into AC to supply energy to your household appliances. Advantages: very efficient at storing batteries, other DC appliances and loads. Ideal for small systems, like motorhomes that only need 1 to 2 solar panels. It is quite scalable, additional panels and controllers can be easily added. Disadvantages: more complicated install, systems above 6 kilowatts may require multiple strings, installed in parallel plus string fusing. May be more expensive, for systems above 6 kilowatts may require more high voltage solar charge controllers. Has lower efficiency for powering large AC loads due to the need to convert DC from the solar panels to battery and then finally converted to AC using battery inverter. Now, when should you get battery storage? Depending on your choice to have your home or property connected to the grid or not, you can get either a hybrid solar system or off-grid solar system. Hybrid solar system refers to grid-tied systems with energy storage, allowing them the ability to export unused solar energy back into the grid for a feed-in tariff. An off-grid system or standalone system refers to energy storage systems that are not connected to the utility grid. This might apply to those who live in a mobile home or find it costly to connect to the grid, depending on where they live. The price of battery storage. A lot of variables come into play when installing a battery, but as a rule of thumb, solar batteries prices are around $1,000 per kilowatt hour. Prices may increase, decrease depending on brand of battery and whether additional work is needed to make the battery compatible with your system, such as installing an additional inverter. So, as we can see, battery storage alone can cost more than your standard solar system alone. Payback period for batteries can go up to 10 to 12 years. Batteries typically come with a 10-year warranty, so it will likely need to be replaced before they can pay itself off. From a return on investment standpoint, solar batteries are not worth it, though there are scenarios where it may be worth it to consider getting batteries. 1. When the energy retailer charges significantly more than the feed-in tariff. The feed-in tariff allows you to get paid for exporting excess solar power, so one may wonder why they would store it in the first place. However, in reality, some companies may include a charge for buying your energy. In the case where it might be more expensive to export electricity, you would prefer to keep each kWh stored in batteries for later use, as it is worth more. 2. Whether federal and/or state incentive programs. There is a push for more people in Australia to take on battery storage, so most of the time there are state incentives designed to reduce the high upfront cost of batteries. Also, due to many people exporting solar, This puts strain on the grid and batteries can help take some of the load off. For example, in Victoria, solar battery rebates are available at their current value of up to $3,500 until all rebates in 2021-22 have been fully allocated. New South Wales offers an interest-free loan of up to $14,000 for homeowners who deploy a solar power system with batteries, and up to $9,000 for adding batteries to an existing installation. South Australia offers a battery rebate of up to $3,000 and the opportunity to participate in a virtual power plant, VPP. When battery owners join a VPP, they let the power company use their battery capacity in exchange for power bill credits. The Australian Capital Territory, ACT, offers a battery rebate of $825 per kilowatt of power capacity, up to 30 kilowatts, up to $24,750. 3. When batteries come with extended warranties or battery replacement plan, achieving a decent ROI is more achievable, if your batteries are able to last the 20-year timeframe that solar in particular can last up to, especially when coupled with government incentives. 4. Reducing your carbon footprint. Most of all, getting battery storage might give you the ability to be fully energy independent, provided you size your solar and batteries to be able to cover all of your electricity usage. You wouldn't have to draw from the utility grid and you would zero your power bill. This also effectively reduces your carbon footprint as you will be drawing all your energy from a green, renewable energy source. The sun,